Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but that wheel is off the ground, and I'm holding it in this position. And I'm not going to tell you it's the most comfortable place I've ever been in my life.
Hey everybody, I'm Stephen Human, and right now I'm in the Moapa Valley, just north of Las Vegas, test running some of the trails that will be open next weekend for one of the biggest and most fun 4x4 events of the fall. It's called the Hump and Bump, and I'm going to give you a little preview to get your blood pumping. The Moapa Valley is a very interesting place. Hugged on every side by desert mountains, the valley is an oasis known for pomegranates and green fields. The towns of Logandale and Overton sprang up here and play host to visitors in search of red rock adventure in the colored lands to the west. Locals discovered these areas long ago, and they were an unknown playground for anyone not in the know. But over the last decade, more and more explorers from outside the Vegas area have discovered these crimson stones, and part of that has been because of the Hump and Bump, an excursion into the rocks for rigs of all sizes and shapes with drivers of every skill level.
The Vegas Valley Four Wheelers annual Hump and Bump event is a rock crawling event here in Logandale Trails, one of our recreation areas here in southern Nevada. This event's been being worked on for several months between the club, the Bureau of Land Management, and as well as Nevada State Parks, because some of the trails go through Nevada State Parks land, and National Park Service Lake Mead National Recreation Area has portions of the trail. So it's been a coordinated effort between the club and the two federal agencies as well as the state agency.
The cooperation between all the agencies and user groups has been a model for other events to follow and has allowed Hump and Bump to grow where others have contracted. Hundreds of 4x4s descend on the small town of Logandale and have done so now for the past 34 years. The reason they come to this out-of-the-way destination year in and year out is obvious.
Logandale is out of the way, and it's beautiful out here. It's got trails for everybody that, you know, if you want to come out and do a #1 trail, it's here. If you want to do a #5 trail, it's definitely here. We work with the BLM and make sure that we can keep our trails open. And they are out here today watching us, making sure we're not smashing any plants or, you know, displacing rocks and stuff like that. We love it out here because you have everything here.
Bureau of Land Management Las Vegas office has been working with this club for several years. They're great stewards of the land. They're one of the clubs we turn to when we need volunteer work done. They're always willing to help out. They bring their vehicles to go places that ours can't always get to bring supplies and stuff we need for projects we might be working on. It's just a good partnership.
That partnership has led to the Logandale Trail System actually growing to even more routes in the past few years, many of which are on display today. The Hump and Bump prides itself on being very inclusive, and with so many trails out here, there are actually plenty of paths for every type of driver, for those who want to try something a little crazy to those who just want to see the beauty.
We rate our trails from 1 to 5, 1 being just a dirt road, and then we have a trail all the way up to a 5, which is we take our, what we call them, rock buggies or buggies. It's total carnage where you can break stuff, you can tip over.
And that is where Stacy puts me.
Let's make this happen.
#5 trails require a good amount of skill and an even better spotter, which is good for me since much of the time I'm not going to be able to see what's in front of me.
So let's see if I can not embarrass myself on national television. Well, Tim, who is acting as my spotter, keeps saying that I'm doing perfectly. But I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't feel like I'm doing perfectly as this thing, you know, lists from one side to the next. But it is very thrilling because my heart's pounding pretty good. The only way this could be more stressful is if this wasn't my Jeep. Oh wait, it's not my Jeep.
But luckily I made it out, and the Jeep was little the worse for wear. Again, there are rides for every skill set at the Hump and Bump, so it doesn't matter if you've never taken your stock machine off the pavement before. You're going to be able to run the trails and have a great weekend. Hotels in Overton allow you to stay close to all the action, or you can stay in Mesquite or Vegas if you prefer. Camping is also plentiful in the Red Rock Dunes area for RVs and tents, so there's no excuse to miss the event. The day will be capped off by an amazing dinner with prizes and raffles that will give you the opportunity to share stories of carnage from the ride. Plus, the weather out here this time of year comes about as close to perfect as is possible. There'll be no better time than next weekend to come down here and explore.
Well, I'm really glad to be off that #5 trail, let me tell you, but this one is a little bit tough as well, so I better be paying attention. So quickly, if you want to come to the Hump and Bump, it's November 6th and 7th. right here in Logandale, Nevada. You can register at vv4w.org/humpandbump. It's $85 per vehicle, and that includes all of the trail access, raffle tickets, all kinds of great stuff. So sign up today and come out here and join us. Darren and Jill are going to be there, so say hi to them. I'm Stephen Human for At Your Leisure. We need to take a commercial break, but when we come back, Reagan Ledbetter is going to have some outdoor cooking for us, so keep it here on At Your Leisure. Hey guys, if you like that video, you're going to want to watch all of our other AYL videos. You're going to want to like it, you're going to want to share it, and you're going to want to subscribe, right? See all the buttons right here? This is what you're going to want to do, right? Click on them, because we have some really cool videos, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, bloopers of Alicia crashing and stuff.
Why are you going to sell me out like that, Stephen?
So you want to click all of these things and subscribe to our channel, because At Your Leisure is awesome, and we'll see you here for more videos.